Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Scottie Park in Highland, Kansas for the Jayhawk Conference and Region 6 matchup between the Lady Panthers of Neosho County Community College and your 10th-ranked Highland Lady Scotties. This is the 42nd meeting between these two programs dating back to 1989. Highland leads the series 27-14. Lady Scotties have won the last 11 meetings between these two programs. And Highland defeated Neosho last year in 2 games straight, 13-1 in 5 and 7-6. We'll be getting ready here for the national anthem in about 12 minutes. Neosho County comes in with a 3-11 conference record, 7-11 on this region. They are 8-25 overall, currently in 9th place in the Region 6 standings. They have won 2 of their last 10 ball games under fourth-year head coach Kim Alexander. Alexander's record down at Neosho is 55 wins and 111 losses. They finished 5th last year in the region with a 19-7 record. They have 8 games remaining in Region 6 play. They will host Indy next, then go to Cali and to KCK to round out their region play. In their last contest, they lost to Allen by the count of 3-2 score in a game that was suspended earlier in the season due to rain. They are 5-11 on the road. They've got a team batting average of 300. Their team ERA is 9.46. They're averaging just under 4 runs a contest. They're giving up 8. They've hit only 7 homers this season, giving up 26 through 32 games. They're 85 out of 95 on stolen bases. They rank 13th in the region in fielding with a percentage of .877, 119 errors in 967 attempts. For Lady Scotties, Highland comes in to the top of the Jayhawk Conference in Region 6 standings at 10-0, 10-1, 16-1. 29-7 overall. Highlands won 8 of their last 10 ball games. Lady Scotties are the defending Jayhawk Conference Eastern Division champion and a 5-time District E champion. They are the 2015 Region 6 District E runner-up. Highland, with a win today, will extend their 30 win year streak to 11 under 12th year head coach Heidi Jordan. Heidi with a record of 412 wins and 186 losses. Jordan, the 2006-2015 Jayhawk Conference Coach of the Year. Highland has 9 games left in region play. They will be at Labette on Friday, Coffeyville on Saturday. Then they will return home to host Fort Scott for 2 contests and take on KCK in the final game of the regular year season, making up their last game that was rained out. Highland 9-2 at home this year here at Scottie Park. In their last contest, they swept Cali by the score of 12-0 and 22-8 in 5. The 22 runs, the most ever scored against Cali by a Lady Scottie softball program in Highland history. They've got a .370 batting average, ranks them number 3 in the region. They've got a DRA of 2.23, which ranks them number 2 in the region. They're number 3 overall in the region with opponent strikeouts of 205. Number 1 in the region and number 12 in the nation in runs scored per game at 8.3. Number 1 in the region in games or runs allowed per game at 2.8. Highlands number 2 in the region in runs scored with 299. Second in hits with 370. They've got their 3rd in doubles with 68. And they're number 2 in the region in homers with 46, which also ranks them 10th in the nation. Lady Scotties are number 2 in RBI with 257. Number 1 in base on balls with 111. And they're 7th in the region in stolen bases, 65 out of 72. Highlands, the number 2 defensive team in the region with a 952 fielding average. They've committed 44 errors in 109 tries. Just released earlier this minute ago that Dominic Springers of Highland was named the Jayhawk Conference Pitcher of the Week for the past 7 days. Springers, number 9 in the NJCAA and an ERA of 1.01. She's also 8th in the nation in strikeouts per game at 8.72. And she has given up just 2 earned runs in her last 24 innings of work with 37 strikeouts. Again, Neosho County coming into Highland this afternoon for this Jayhawk Conference matchup. The other games around the region this afternoon, Labette is at Johnson County. Number 15, Hutchinson is at Brown Mackey. Allen is at KCK. Cali is at Cloud. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, remove your hats and place your right hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scottie Park in Highland, Kansas for this JOC Conference and Region 6 matchup between the Lady Panthers of Neosho County and your Highland Lady Scotties. Neosho County comes in currently in 9th place in region play with a 7-11 record, 8-25 overall. Highland, ranked 10th in the nation, is 16-1 in region play, 29-7 on the year. Your defensive alignment for Highland here in game number 1. In the outfield, in left is number 5, Kiara Ross. In center field is number 30, Kinsey Garvin. In right field is number 2, Annie Rockley. Around the infield at third, number 6, Katie Ray Nordman. Your shortstop is number 7, Henley Weaver. At second base, number 23, Morgan Balderas. At first base, number 25, Faith Kane. Behind the plate is number 8, Lauren Crouch. Your designated player is number 15, Whitney Rothwell. And inside the circle for the Lady Scotties here in game number 1, number 35, Dusty Befford. So there's your starting lineup for the Lady Scotties defensively. As Dusty Befford, a 5'10 freshman out of Garden City, Kansas, will start off game number 1. Dusty with an ERA of 2.22. She's got a 4-1 record on the season. This is her 16th appearance inside the circle. Her 4th start of the year. She's worked 41 innings of work, 13 earned runs on 36 hits, 16 walks, 37 strikeouts. Leads the team in home runs given up with 6. She's thrown 1 wild pitch and hit 3 batters. Leading off the top of the first for Neosho County, the third baseman, number 4, Taylor Bolden. Taylor Bolden is the 5'5 sophomore out of Glenpool, Oklahoma, batting .330 in the leadoff spot. Leads the team in runs, hits, triples, homers, total bases, slugging, and on-base percentage. Foul the first pitch back and how to play. This is her 33rd game of the year, 106 at-bats, 29 runs on 35 hits, a double, 16 triples on the year, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 80 total bases. Swings through that pitch. She's down the count 0-2 to Dusty Befford. Again, the Lady Panthers under fourth-year head coach Kim Alexander. She's got a record of 55 wins and 111 losses. Strike three, struck her out. So Befford starts off the Lady Panthers with a strikeout swinging. Now batting, number 8, the catcher, Taylor Pence. Taylor Pence is a 5'6" sophomore out of Hugo, Oklahoma, batting .266 in the number 2 spot. Leads the team in at-bats and strikeouts with 20. Walks through that one, takes the first offering for a strike. Pence, 33rd game of the year, 109 at-bats, 28 runs on 29 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, 12 runs batted in. She's walked 10 times. Again, struck out 20 times on the year. She's down in the count to Befford, 0-2. Beautiful afternoon here in northeast Kansas. Temperature right about 60 degrees. The wind blowing in from the south into right. And a strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dusty Befford. And there's 2 down in the inning. Now batting the center fielder, number 21, Nia Maxwell. Nia Maxwell, a 5'5" sophomore out of Muskogee, Oklahoma, batting .283 in the number 3 spot. 99 at-bats, 20 runs on 28 hits, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers. She leads the team in RBIs with 21. Oh, and 1 to count. Pitch way up above. One ball, 1 strike to count to the number 3 batter in the Neosho County lineup, Nia Maxwell. Foul ball, right-hand side. That'll clear the foul and get back out of play. Again, current temperature at game time, 54 degrees. Feels like 51 with the wind in out of the southeast, now blowing in from dead center field at 11 miles an hour. That pitch fouled on the left-hand side, now to play. Count now goes to 1-2. Top of the first, game number 1. Just underway here at Scottie Park. Russ Karn bringing today's play-by-play action. Ivan Baida to my right, bringing you the video graphics on your computer screen and the scoreboard. My wife, Joanne, operating the camera outside. Ground ball on the third base side. That's a foul ball. Count will remain at 1-2. Check swing, did not go around. They're going to check down to first. And the umpire says, no, she did not. So that pitch taken for a ball. The count now goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Nobody on for Neosho here in the top of the first here in game number 1. Befford gets the sign she wants from Crouch, and here's 2-2. Fly ball. Weaver will call for it at shortstop. Comes up and makes the catch, and down go the Lady Panthers. 1, 2, 3. Panthers get no base runners. We go to the bottom of 1. We're tied at 0. Ladies and gentlemen, your defensive alignment for Neosho County here in game number 1. In left field is number 24, Caitlin Hallequist. In center field is number 21, Nia Maxwell. In right field is number 15, Katie Jahay. In around the infield at third base is number 4, Taylor Bolden. Your shortstop is number 3, Lily Ross. At second base is number 7, Bree Klein. Your first baseman is number 30, Hannah Reed. Your designated player is number 10, Candace Jennings. Behind the plate, number 4, Taylor Pence. And inside the circle for the Lady Panthers, number 1, Taylor Holtkamp. Taylor Holtkamp is a 5'4" freshman out of Pearland, Texas. ERA of 4.09. She's got a 5-9 record. This is her 22nd appearance of the year. Her 16th start of the season. She's got 10 complete games, 2 shutouts. She's worked 89 innings of work, 52 earned runs on 98 hits. 53 walks and 33 strikeouts, 14 homers given up. She's thrown 2 wild pitches and hit 23 batters. Leading off the bottom of the first for Highland, the second baseman, number 23, Morgan Balderas. Morgan Balderas, the first team All-American a year ago. First team All-Conference, first team All-Region player, along with a Hawk Conference All-Academic selection. Takes the first offering from Holtkamp for a ball. Balderas, the 5'4" sophomore out of Wichita, batting .441 in the leadoff spot. Leads the team in at-bats, runs, hits, triples, homers, RBIs, total bases, and slugging percentage. Morgan with 33 career homers. Just 3 away from tying the record of Kaylee Piles. Balderas set the school record a year ago with most homers in a single season with 22. Morgan with 111 at-bats, 49 runs on 49 hits, 10 doubles, 5 triples, 11 home runs, 42 RBIs on the year, 102 total bases, the slugging percentage of .919. And Balderas has been hit with a pitch. That is the 9th time that Balderas has been put on a base pass by being hit. Now batting, the center fielder, number 30, Kenzie Garvin. Kenzie Garvin, a 5'3" freshman out of Lawrence, Kansas, batting .450 here in the number 2 hole. 34th game of the year for Kenzie. 109 at-bats, 32 runs on 49 hits, which leads the team. 3 doubles, a triple, 17 runs batted in. She's walked 8 times and struck out 4. Garvin currently with a 29 game ball hit down the left-hand side. That's a fair ball. Garvin will go into second base. Balderas is around third. Garvin going for third, and she's in there safely as the ball went into the corner. Triple to left by Garvin. That's her second 3-bagger of the year. The first hit of the ball game for Lady Scotties, and Highland's up 1-0. Now batting the catcher, number 8, Lauren Crouch. Lauren Crouch, a 5'5" sophomore out of Bellevue, Nebraska, batting .367 in number 3 hole. 98 at-bats for Lauren. 24 runs on 36 hits. Leads the team in doubles with 12. 4 homers, 34 runs batted in. She leads the team with 13 walks. She's been hit once and struck out 9 times. So Garvin at third base with a triple to left. Garvin now extends her on-base streak to 28 games. Crouch at the plate with a count of no balls and 1 strike. Off the fifth, first baseman will call for it in foul territory, will make the catch. Garvin will have to hold at third. Now batting, number 25, the first baseman, Faith Kane. Faith Kane, a second-team All-Conference, first-team All-Region player a year ago. Also a Jayhawk Conference All-Academic selection. 6'2" sophomore out of Omaha, batting .341 in the cleanup spot. Take the first offering down low for ball 1. Kane's 88 at-bats, 25 runs on 30 hits, 9 doubles, 7 homers, and 26 runs batted in. Leads the team in strikeouts with 13. And that offering is off the zone. Count goes 2-0. One out, runner on third for Highland with one run across here in the bottom of the first. Morgan Balderas was hit by a pitch, then tripled home by Kinsey Garvin down the left field line. Lauren Crouch flied out to the first baseman unassisted for the one out inning. That pitch down low, and now count goes 3-0 on Faith Kane. Kane again in the cleanup spot, batting .682 with runners in scoring position. Facing Taylor Holtkamp, freshman out of Pearland, Texas, with an ERA of 4.09. That pitch taken for a strike at the knees. Holtkamp again with a 5-9 record coming into today's action. Three-one pitch, by outside, ball 4. Now batting number 6, the third baseman, Katie Ray Nordman. Katie Ray Nordman now steps in an All-JL Conference academic selection a year ago. 5'8" sophomore out of Augusta, Kansas, batting .378, number 5 hole. Walk given to Faith Kane was Taylor Holtkamp's 54th of the season. And that was Faith's 10th walk of the year. Norden with 111 at-bats, 30 runs on 42 hits, 8 doubles, 8 homers, 36 runs batted in. That pitch is down low. Count now 2-0. Norden with 6 walks, 8 strikeouts on the year. She's also been plunked 6 times. Line drive out to right. That'll drop in there. Nordman will drive in a run. Directly drive in two is coming in is Faith Kane. So Nordman with the 2 RBIs, single to right. And the Lady Scotties are up 3-0. Now batting number 15, your designated player, Whitney Rothwell. Whitney Rothwell will step in. Whitney in All-JR Conference All-Academic selection as a freshman. 5'10" sophomore out of Lawrence, Kansas, batting .194. Takes the first offering on the inside corner for a strike. Rothwell playing her 23rd game of the year, 36 at-bats. 10 runs on 7 hits, a double, 4 homers, and 15 runs batted in. Nordman at first, does 2 RBIs, single to right, puts Highland up 3-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Kiera Ross, the left fielder, in the on-deck circle for Highland. 1-1 to count to Rothwell. Rothwell bluffs the bunt. The ball bounces across the plate. Throw down to first base. Nordman back in, standing up. Foul ball back to the screen. That'll even the count out at 2-2. At least we believe the count is 2-2. Pitch to Rothwell. Strike 3, struck her out. So Rothwell goes down looking for the first time this afternoon. First strikeout of the ball game for Taylor Holtkamp. Now batting number 5, the left fielder, Kiera Ross. Kiera Ross steps in, a 5'6" freshman out of Tumble, Texas, batting .321 in the number 7 spot. Ross, 21st game of the year, 28 at-bats, 3 runs on 9 hits, 2 doubles, a homer, and 8 runs batted in. Kiera with 3 walks and 6 strikeouts on the season coming into today's contest. That pitch missed the zone. Count now goes to 1-1. Henley Weaver in the on-deck circle should Ross extend the inning. Pops the foul back and out of play. Lady Scottie 12-1 in conference, 16-1 on the year, in region play, 29-7 on the year. Trying to capture their first back-to-back region or JL Conference championship in school history. Swung through that and down goes Lady Scottie. Highland leads 1 on the scoreboard or 1 on the base pass, but they get 3 on the board here in the bottom of the first. We go top of 2. Highland 3, Neosho County 0. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Dusty Beffert returns to the circle here to work her second inning of work. 14 total pitches in the first inning. 12 strikes and just 2 balls. As she struck out 2 of the 3 batters she's faced in the top of the first. Here in the top of 2, she's going to face Bree Klein, Katie Jahay, and Lily Ross for the Lady Panthers. Neosho County 3-11 in conference play, 7-11 in region play. 8-25 on the year. Currently in 9th place in the Region 6 standings, 10th in the conference. Under 4th-year head coach Kim Alexander. Leading off the top of the second for Neosho County, the second baseman, number 7, Bree Klein. Bree Klein will lead us off, a 5'6" freshman out of Humboldt, Kansas. Batting .273 in the cleanup spot. 66 at-bats, 11 runs on 18 hits. 2 doubles, 13 RBIs on the year. She's walked 3 times, struck out 8 times on the season. And Dusty Beffert inside the circle, a 5'10" freshman out of Garden City. Is a swing and a miss on a rise ball up around the eyes. Beffert with an ERA of 2.22, a season record of 4 wins and 1 loss. Beffert ahead on the count, 0-2. That pitch, strike 3, got her looking. So Beffert coming out of the circle hot and heavy with 3 strikeouts in the game. Now batting number 15, the right fielder, Katie Jahay. Katie Jahay is a 5'3" freshman out of Girard, Kansas, batting .218 on the year. 78 at-bats, 11 runs on 17 hits, 4 doubles, 7 runs batted in this year, 6 walks, and 7 strikeouts on the year. First pitch to her was outside for ball 1. Again, a beautiful afternoon. One of the rare days this spring that the wind is not blowing in at 40 miles an hour or blowing out at 40 miles an hour. Wind blowing right now at about 10 to 15 out of the right field corner. So it should not be a factor in today's contest as it has been most of the spring. 1-1 to pitch. Swing and a miss on a rise ball up around the eyes again. Beffert with 37 strikeouts on the season has got 3 in the ball game in an inning and a third, as she has struck out 3 of the 4 batters she's faced so far. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Beffert. Outside, ball 2. Beffert gets the sign she wants from Kraut, and here's the 2-2. Ground ball chopper back out to Bedford. She'll go to Faith Kane to first for the out, and there's now 2 down. Now batting, the shortstop, number 3, Lily Ross. Lily Ross now at the plate, a 5'3" freshman out of Lawrence, Kansas, batting .279. Ross has been to the plate 86 times this year. 12 runs on 24 hits, 4 doubles, 18 RBIs. She leads the team in walks with 12. She's also the best base stealer on the team once she gets on the bag, 24 out of 26. 2 outs, nobody on for Neosho County. 1 ball, no strike count from Dusty Befford. That pitch misses upstairs, 2-0. Befford has not been behind on a batter until this moment. As she's thrown 24 total pitches, 18 strikes, and just 6 balls. That pitch taken for a strike. We'll check some scores between the top and the bottom half of this inning from around the conference in Region 6. Change up, bounces across the plate. Count now goes to full at 3-2. 3-2. Or excuse me, 3-1. So 3-1 to Lily Ross by mistake. That ball down low, ball 4. First walk given up by Dusty Befford. That is Dusty's 17th walk of the season. Now batting number 30, the first baseman, Hannah Reed. Hannah Reed steps in, the 5'10 freshman out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, batting $167 in the number 7 spot. 66 at-bats, 2 runs on 11 hits, a double, 8 runs batted in, 5 walks and 13 strikeouts for the Neosho County first baseman. Runner on first on a 2-out walk. Then Lauren Crouch will be tested here with Lily Ross on the base paths again. 24 out of 26 in stolen bases on the season. Pitch taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Foul to pitch back. The count ahead now to Befford at 1-2. One, 2 from Befford. Ground ball. Nordman has it across the diamond to Kane, and that retires the side. Lady Panthers leave 1 on the base paths. They do not score. We go to bottom of 2. Highland 3, Neosho 0. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Henley Weaver, Annie Rockley, and Morgan Balderas, the 8, 9, and 1 batter in the Highland lineup, do appear in the bottom of 2. As they will face Taylor Holtkamp, who threw 27 total pitches through 1 inning of work. 13 strikes and 14 balls, has given up 3 runs on 2 hits. She's hit 1, walked 1, and struck out 2. The big hit in the first inning was Kinsey Garvin's triple to left, which drove in Morgan Balderas. Garvin now extending her on-base streak to 28 games. Leading off the bottom of the second for Highland, the shortstop, number 7, Henley Weaver. Henley Weaver, the 5'5 sophomore at Topeka, will lead us off here in the bottom of 2. Henley batting .273 on the year in the number 8 spot here in game number 1. 55 at-bats, 10 runs on 15 hits, 4 doubles, a homer, and 8 runs batted in. Henley leads the team in strikeouts with 13 on the season. She's walked twice. And Weaver ahead in the count 2-0. Fly ball, shallow center. Coming in and making the catch dropped. Center fielder out there could not make the catch. And that will go in as a error to center field. Now batting number 2, the right fielder, Annie Rockley. Annie Rockley, the 5'5" sophomore out of Raytown, Missouri, batting .357 in number 9 spot. 56 at-bats for Annie this year. 18 runs on 20 hits. 2 doubles, 2 homers, and 15 runs batted in. Again, Neosho County came in this afternoon. The 13th team in the region in defense with a fielding percentage of .877, 119 errors, now make it 120. 1-1 to Rockley. Taylor Holtkamp toes the rubber. Throw down to first base. Weaver back in time. Taylor Pence behind the plate has thrown 5 out of 13 runners out this year. That pitch misses down low. Count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes your count with nobody out and 1 on here in the bottom of the second for Lady Scotties. That pitch down low and away, and the count now goes full. Highland up 3-0 on Neosho County here in the bottom of the second inning. Fly ball right. Right fielder will curl under it and makes the catch. Weaver has to go back to first. Now batting, number 23, the second baseman, Morgan Balderas. Balderas was hit by a pitch back in the first inning, but came around to score. And put her 50th run in the books. Also her 9th being hit by a pitch of the year. Count now goes 1 ball, 1 strike to the Highland team captain, Morgan Balderas, out of Wichita, Kansas, batting .441. Fly ball left. That's going to curve and go foul. Again, Balderas, number 2 in career homers here at Highland, has got 33 on the year, chasing Kaylee Piles, who cranked out 36 in her 2 seasons here at Highland in 2013 and 2014. That pitch outside. Count now goes to 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Taylor Holtkamp. Change up. Going into second base. Got in there safely. Yes, Henley Weaver. Weaver with her first stolen base of the season. The Weaver now in scoring position with a 3-2 count. And 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So Balderas should get a pitch here to swing at. Foul ball right hand side as she chased a rise ball out on the outer edge. Balderas in the batter's box, and here's Holtkamp towing the rubber, and ball 4, she walked her. That is walk number 2 given up by Holtkamp. Now batting number 30, the center fielder, Kenzie Garvin. Kenzie Garvin drove in Balderas back in the first inning with a triple to left. In her last time at the plate, she's now got runners at first and second with one down here in the bottom of 2. Holtkamp now with 55 walks on the year. Ground ball to left-hand side will force out Weaver at third. Fielder's choice on the play. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Lauren Crouch. Lauren Crouch, who grounded out, or flied out to the first baseman back in the first inning at the plate. Lauren, a sophomore out of Bellevue, Nebraska. .367 batting average. Crouch batting .612 with runners in scoring position. Ball bounces across the plate. The runner will have to hold. Behind there is Taylor Pence with a nice defensive stop. Pence with 12 pass balls on the season. Crouch held up, took a pitch for a strike on the inside corner. So the count now will go 2-1. Hard hit ball, center field. Center fielder going back to the warning track will make the catch, and now will retire the side. Highland leaves 2 on the base pass, but does not score. We go to the top of 3. It's the Lady Scotties 3, the Lady Panthers 0. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a final score between Labette and Johnson County. End of game number 1, it was Johnson County 1, Labette 0. Other scores from around the Region 6. In the top of the third, it's Allen over Kansas City, Kansas, 3-0. Hutchinson leads Brown Mackey 1-0 in the top or bottom of the third. And Cali leads Cloud County in the bottom of the third, 1-0 in game number 1 out in Concordia. Leading off the top of the third for Neosho County, the left fielder, number 24, Caitlin Hallequist. Caitlin Hallequist will lead us off here in the top of 3 for Neosho County. A 5'6" sophomore out of Racine, Kansas. Batting $158 on the year, her 12th game of the season. 19 at-bats, 3 runs on 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. And takes the first pitch down the heart of the plate for a strike. Dusty Befford has struck out 3, walked 1, and has yet to give up a hit. And faced 1 batter over the minimum through 2 innings of work. Swing and a miss on a rise ball by Hallequist. And she's down to count 0-2. Befford has struck out the leadoff batter in the first 2 innings. Make that 3. Down goes Hallequist. Strikeout number 4 for Befford. Now batting number 10, the designated player, Candace Jennings. Candace Jennings is the 5'7" freshman out of Baser, Kansas, batting 108 in the number 9 spot. Her 28th game of the season. Changeup drifts in low. 65 at-bats, 5 runs on 7 hits, 9 runs batted in, 5 walks, 16 strikeouts. There's the 1-0 from Beffert. Misses outside, 2-0. Dusty now inside the circle with 41 strikeouts on the season, unofficially, with 4 here in the ball game. Strike on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Top of the lineup, and Taylor Bolden in the on-deck circle for the Lady Panthers. Want to welcome everyone and thank all of you that are following in on us this afternoon through our live stream on YouTube. Fly ball out to right. Rockley will circle under and make the catch for the out. Then there's 2 down. Now batting number 4, the third baseman, Taylor Bolden. Bolden went down swinging back in the first inning in her first trip to the plate. The sophomore out of Glenpool, Oklahoma, batting .330 in the leadoff spot. That pitch taken for a strike. We got a count of 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul ball back into the screen. Scottie baseball leads North Central Missouri 8-4 in the top of the 5th with only 1 out. That ball fouled back and out of play. Bolden leads the team in runs scored, hits, triples, homers, and total bases. She's also got the highest on-base average of the squad at .379. Pitch strike 3, got her looking. And that'll retire the side. Beffert strikes out 5. We go to the bottom of 3. It's Highland 3, Neosho County 0. You're watching the Sky Sport Network. Again, Johnson County defeated Labette in game number 1 of their contest down in Overland Park. Highland travels to Labette this Friday. And then they will travel to Coffeyville on Saturday, take on the Lady Red Ravens. And Highland will return home next Tuesday, as they will take on Fort Scott here at Scottie Park. Highland with 9 games remaining in league region play. Neosho County with 8 games remaining in region play. Lady Panthers will host Indy on Friday. Then they'll travel to Cali on Saturday, then make the long trip up to KCK next Tuesday. Again, other games this afternoon, Labette at Johnson in a big battle for the number 2 spot in the region standings. Number 15 Hutchinson is at Brown Mackey. Allen is at KCK, and Cali is at Coffeyville. Game of Fort Scott versus Cali is at Cloud County. Fort Scott at Coffeyville was moved to tomorrow. Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for Highland, the first baseman, Faith Kane. Faith Kane walked back in the first inning and came around to score on the 2 RBI single to right by Katie Ray Nordman. Takes the first offering from Taylor Holdcamp for a ball. Came with that walk in the first inning. It kind of got 10 on the season unofficially. Takes all that one all the way, and it's outside for ball 2. Kane with 30 hits on the year, 9 doubles and 7 homers with 26 runs batted in. Ball bounces across the plate, 3-0. Wind now blowing in from dead center. Now to right center, the way according to flags. Ball 4, she walked her. So Kane with her second walk of the contest, third walk given up by Taylor Holdcamp. Now batting, the third baseman, number 6, Katie Ray Nordman. Katie Ray Nordman singled to right last time up. Sophomore out of Augusta, Kansas, batting .378 to the number 5 hole. Nordman now with 38 RBIs on the year. The pitch outside. Count now goes to 1-0. And we're going to have a conference inside the circle between the pitcher and the catcher for Neosho County. Lady Scotties got their game with KCK rescheduled. That will be the last regular season game of the year on Thursday, April the 21st at 2 o'clock here at Scottie Park. That will be sophomore day. 2-0 to Nordman. Take it down the heart of the plate for a strike. Now 2-1. Nordman lets that one go by down low, 3-1. So hitter's pitch coming to the sophomore out of Augusta. The Jayhawk Conference All-Academic selection as a freshman. Three and one outside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks by Taylor Holdcamp. And Lady Scotties now with 2 runners on the base paths and nobody down. Now batting number 15, the designated player, Whitney Rothwell. Whitney Rothwell, sophomore out of Lawrence. Went down looking, first strikeout victim of Holdcamp today. That one bounced across the plate, nice stop by the catcher. Faith Kane at second, Nordman at first. We're in the bottom of 3, Highland up 3-0. Game number 1 of a 2-game series between these two Jayhawk Conference and Region 6 opponents. And there's never been a real intense rivalry between Neosho County and Highland. Highland leads the series 27-14. That ball foul back. Lady Scotties have won the last 11 meetings. They swept Neosho last year 13-1 and 5 and 7-6 in Chanute. 2-1 to Nordman. Or excuse me, Rothwell. Change up, popped her up. First baseman will go over, but the ball will be on top of the first base dugout and out of play. Highland trying to pick up their 11th straight 30-win season. They finished a year ago at 41-8 and finished the year the 2015 Region 6 District E runner-up to Johnson County, who went on to the national tournament, and I believe they took third. Down low, ball 4. 3 walks in a row has loaded them up. Walk number 5 now given up by Taylor Holdcamp. And we're going to have a conversation inside the circle for Neosho County. Kira Ross went down swinging to end the Highland first. We're now at the plate. Allen still leads KCK 3-0. They're in the bottom of the third with one out. Cloud County trails Cali 1-0 in the top of 5. Hutchinson leads Brown Mackey 1-0 in the top of the 4th. As I said before, Johnson County won game 1 of their matchup against Labette this afternoon in Overland Park 1-0. Scottie baseball, top of the 6th, is up by 4 over the Pirates of North Central. And we're going to have a pitching change for Neosho County. Taylor Holcamp will leave the circle after throwing a grand total of 63 pitches, 26 strikes, and 37 balls. She gave up 3 runs on 2 hits. She walked 5, struck out 2, and hit 1. And now pitching is number 12, Allison Copeland. Allison Copeland will come in relief here for Neosho in the bottom of the 3rd with the bases loaded, nobody out. Copeland is a 5'4" freshman out of Newkirk, Oklahoma. ERA of 5.76. She's got a 3-11 record on the year. This is her 21st appearance inside the circle. She started 17 games this year, completed 10 of them. She's got 1 shutout under her belt. She's worked 96 innings of work, 79 earned runs on 138 hits, 37 walks on 28 strikeouts. And we've got a pinch runner for Highland. And if I double check it, now pinch running at first base, number 3, McKenna Davis. McKenna Davis, first team all-conference and all-region players a year ago, 5'5" sophomore of Olathe. Now pinch running at first base for Whitney Rothwell. Now batting for Highland, number 5, the left fielder, Kiera Ross. Kiera Ross, who ended the Highland first with a strikeout swinging at the plate. She's got a 2-ball and no strike count on her from Allison Copeland, who's now pitching in relief. Copeland with 37 walks on 28 strikeouts. She's hit 26 batters. Fly ball out to left, and coming in to score is Faith Kane. Now batting number 7, the shortstop, Kinley Weaver. Kinley Weaver reached on an error by the center fielder back in the 2nd inning, but did not score. Weaver, the sophomore out of Topeka, Kansas, batting .273 on the year. Again, the wind blowing in from dead center, but nowhere near what it has done throughout this spring. So it's been blowing up here at Northeast Kansas either at 50 miles an hour in or 50 miles an hour out. And right now it's blowing about 10 miles an hour. 0-1 count to Weaver, the Highland shortstop. Henley leads the team in strikeouts with 13. Put down the bunt. Beautiful bunt. Second baseman's got to go over to cover. Not in time as he drops the softball. That will be an E2 or an E4. Now batting number 2, the right fielder, Annie Rockley. Bases loaded, 1 out for Annie Rockley, batting in number 9 spot. Nordman at third, McKenna Davis at second, pinch running for Whitney Rothwell, and Kiera Ross, or excuse me, that's Henley Weaver at first. Taking all away for a strike. Count goes 1-1. Rockley, the sophomore out of Raytown, Missouri, batting .357 in number 9 hole. And a pitch. Pushed outside. 2-1. Lady Scottie with 1 across here in the bottom of the third, put 3 on the board in the bottom of the first. Pitch high and tight. 3-1. Rockley is very patient. She's walked 9 times this year, struck out 9 times. She's got 18 runs on 20 hits in 55 at-bats. Outside, ball 4. That'll walk in a run. That is the 6th walk given up in the contest by the Lady Panthers. First walk given up by Allison Copeland. Now batting number 23, the second baseman, Morgan Balderas. Balderas has been hit by a pitch and walked in 2 trips. Five to nothing your score in the bottom of the third with 1 out and the bases loaded for Highland. Allison Copeland pitching in relief. Ball hitter. And they're going to give her first base. That'll bring in a run. Balderas, who leads the team in being hit by a pitch, has now done it 10 times. Twice in this contest. Now batting number 30, the center fielder, Kenzie Garvin. Garvin has already extended her on-base streak to 28 games. Takes the first offering from Copeland for a strike. Garvin walks through that one, takes it outside for a ball. Lady Scotties go to Labette on Friday, Coffeyville on Saturday, and then return home a week from today to take on Fort Scott. Popped her up left-hand side, shortstop will go into foul territory and make the catch for the out. There's 2 down. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Lauren Crouch. Crouch, the 9th batter to come to the plate here in the bottom of 3 for Lady Scottie, is 0 for 2. She's flied out to first and flied out to center in 2 trips. Lauren went 8 for 10 officially the other day down at Cali in the 2-game sweep of the Lady Tigers, which Highland won impressively 12-0 and 22-8 in 5. Again, the 22 runs was the most ever runs put up on Cali by the Highland program. Crouch, 5'5" sophomore out of Bellevue, batting .367 the number 3 hole. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off of the fist, taken out to left. And that's going to go foul. Off the fifth, out into shallow left center. That's going to drop in there, go to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 run scores. They're going to send a runner from third. Coming in there and safely is Balderas going to third on the throw. is Lauren Crouch, but she is tagged out at third. But the runs do count. We go to the top of the fourth. It's Highland 9, Neosho County 0. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Now back into the ball game for Highland, number 10, Whitney Rothwell. Correction. Katie Lackner now in the ball game for Lady Scotties. Lackner is now in center field. Leading off the top of the fourth for the Lady Panthers, the catcher, number 8, Taylor Pence. Taylor Pence will step in against Dusty Befford for the second time this afternoon. Befford has thrown 43 total pitches through 3 innings of work. 31 strikes and 12 balls. He's given up no runs on no hits. She has struck out 5 and walked 1. Pence just back in the batter's box with an 0-1 count from Befford. Swings through that pitch. He's down quickly in the count, 0-2. Pence leads the team in at-bats with 109. She also leads the team in strikeouts with now 21 after going down swinging back in the first inning. Took that one upstairs, 1-2. Pence, a 5'6" sophomore out of Hugo, Oklahoma, batting .266, number 2 hole. This is her 33rd game of the season. Fouled that one into the netting. Count will remain 1-2. Nia Maxwell in the on-deck circle, batting number 3 spot. We're in the top of the fourth, 9-0 Highland over the Lady Panthers of Neosho County. Again, Neosho 9th in the Region 6 standings, 10th in the conference. Popped her up on the infield. That'll turn foul and get out of play. They're 3-11 in conference play, 7-11 in region play, 8-25 overall. Line drive out to the left. That's going to go foul. Kiera Ross playing very shallow in left. She's back basically only about 6 feet from the dirt. Took it upstairs. 2-2. So now Befford with her first extended at-bat in the contest. She has struck out the first 3 batters in each inning. Or should I say, she struck out the leadoff batter in the first 3, each of the first 3 innings. Line drive out to center. That's going to drop in there. Nope, it's going to be caught by Katie Lackner in center. Now batting number 21, center fielder Nia Maxwell. Nia Maxwell batting number 3 hole, the center fielder. Flight out to the shortstop to end the Lady Panther first. Foul ball, right-hand side. That'll be out of play. Again, turning out to be a beautiful afternoon here in Highland this afternoon. I'll try to refresh my weather.com screen. We started, it was 54 degrees. That ball hit up the middle. And there goes the no-hitter for Befford. So the first hit of the contest in the books. Now batting number 7, the second baseman, Bree Klein. Bree Klein will now step in. The freshman out of Humboldt, Kansas, batting .273. The cleanup batter here for Kim Alexander in game number 1. She went down looking back in the second. Her only trip to the plate. Off of the fist. That's going to be trouble. They're going to let it roll foul. Very wise decision by the Highland catcher, Lauren Crouch. Knew it had spin on it. Called off all the other players and let the ball come back foul. An excellent play by Lauren Crouch, the Highland catcher. Pitch upstairs. Count 1-1. Currently right now we're at 62 degrees. The wind out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. Really has not been a factor in today's contest. Gusting to 15. Popped her up. The wind will take it back just far enough to get it behind the backstop and out of play. That pitch, throw down to second base, will not be in time. Stolen base for Nia Maxwell. That's her 23rd stolen base of the year versus 24 tries. Scottie Baseball still leads North Central Missouri. This will be a 9-inning contest over at Trenton this afternoon. 8-4 in the top of 6 with 2 down for Highland over yonder. Ball bounced across the plate. A wild pitch by Befford. That's Dusty's second wild pitch of the year. Moves the runner to third. With still nobody out here in the top of 4. Maxwell singled to center, then stole second, and then moves to third on the wild pitch by Befford. There's a swing and a miss, and struck her out. Befford now with 6 strikeouts in the contest. Now batting number 15, the right fielder, Katie J. Hay. Katie J. Hay grounded out to the pitcher last time at the plate back in the second inning. Ground ball to the middle. Balderas will knock it down. Go to first. Then that'll end the inning. Neosho strands the runner at third and does not score. We go to bottom of the 4th. Highland 9, Neosho County 0. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Labette leads Johnson County in the bottom of the 1st. Update from Overland Park. Labette leads Johnson County in game number 2. Bottom of the 1st by a score of 2-0. Game 1 around the rest of the conference. Cali leads Cloud 3-1 in the top of 6. It's Allen leading Kansas City, Kansas 3-0 in the top of the 5th. And Hutchinson leads Brown Mackey 4-0 in the top of 5. Scottie Baseball leads North Central Missouri 8-4 in the bottom of the 6th. That game a 1-9 inning affair over in Trenton. Leading off for Highland, the first baseman, number 25, Faith Kane. Faith Kane will lead us off. Faith led off the 3rd inning with a walk and came around to score. She's got 2 walks in the game. As the Lady Panthers have given up 6. They got 8 free passes, 2 hit batsmen, and 6 walks. And a big swing and a miss on a changeup. Kane way out in front and over top of it. Kane, a 2nd-team All-Conference, 1st-team All-Region player as a freshman. She was also a JL Conference All-Academic selection a year ago. Faith is 6'2", a sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska, batting .341. Sends that one out deep, and that baby is out of here. Solo blast over the dead center field wall. And it's now 10-0 in favor of Highland. And that is Highland's 4th hit of the ball game to my count. Now batting number 6, the 3rd baseman, K.D. Ray Nordman. Faith Kane goes yard for the 8th time this year. Her 27th RBI of the season. Nordman at the plate, batting at number 5 hole. Has singled to right in the 1st inning and walked back in the 3rd. Highland walked 4 times and was hit once in the 3rd inning. When they put up, I believe, 5 runs on the board. Make that 6 runs on the board in the 3rd. 0-1 to Norman. Off of the 5th, but pushes it out, muscles it out to the wall in right center. She'll hold up first with a very hard hit and a long single. Back-to-back hits by the Lady Scotties. And nobody down here in the 4th. Now batting number 15. Now batting number 3, McKenna Davis. McKenna Davis came in to run for Whitney Rothwell back in the 5th inning. And will bat here. McKenna, again, a 1st-team All-Conference, 1st-team All-Region player. 5'5" sophomore out of Olathe, Kansas, batting .474 since coming back from a hand injury. And McKenna's been tearing them up on the base pass. Davis has been to the plate 19 times in 6 ball games. 5 runs on 9 hits, a double, 3 RBIs. She's got a slugging percentage of .526. Takes the pitch upstairs. 1-1. Davis with 2 strikeouts on the season. She's 2 for 2 on the base pass once she gets on the bags. You got Katie Ray Nordman at first, who's 3 for 3 in bags stolen. Davis with that patented bat twirl at the plate. 2-1. Pops her up. The catcher will try for it, but cannot make the play. Nordman has life as she went after a pitch that came in on tight on her. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first for Highland. They've got 1 across here in the inning. And they lead Neosho County 10-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Davis fouls that one out of play. McKenna in danger of getting called out of the batter's box that time. She was way out in front of the plate by a good 4 feet. Of course, it's an out if you hit the ball fair. It does not count if you hit it foul. Popped her up. First baseman will come in and squeeze it for the out. There's 2 down. Now batting number 5, the left fielder, Kiera Ross. Ross is 0 for 2 officially. She ended the first with a strikeout swinging, then flied out the left in the third. As Highland sent 9 batters to the plate. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Kiera, the twin sister of Kayla, freshman out of Tumble, Texas, batting .321 in the number 7 spot here in game number 1. Pitch inside. Pitch called a strike. Ross with 2 doubles, a homer, and 8 runs batted in on the season. Kiera sends that one a mile high out to right. Second baseman is charging over, cannot make the play in foul territory. And it was just off the edge of the grass into the gravel warning track down the first base line. So Ross with life at the plate. And a 1-2 count. Coming from Allison Copeland, who's pitching in relief. Copeland, again, a freshman out of Newkirk, Oklahoma, about ERA of 5.76. Chased that pitch and fouled it. Got just enough of the plate to stay care. Pitch misses upstairs. Count evens out at 2-2. Ross batting in number 7 hole. That's the ball hit her at the plate. They're going to bring her back, though. Said that she did not get out of the way sufficiently. So Norman goes back to first. The count will go down to 3-2. Then Kiera Ross still at the plate. Payoff pitch to Ross. Change up, that hit her. That is the 3rd hit batsman of the ball game by the Lady Panthers. Now batting number 7, the shortstop, Henley Weaver. Copeland plunks her 27th batter of the season. Pitch misses outside. Count goes 1-0. A leadoff homer, a single to right center. A fly out to first and a hit batsman. Ground ball off the end of the bat. Second baseman cannot handle it. Gets through her legs, will roll out to shallow right center. And they're going to say that Kiera Ross is out because of runner interference. Scott Jordan's going to go out and talk to the base umpire to make sure. The base umpire walks away, and Scott's not done talking. He's going to get his dime's worth here. And the base umpire just turns and walks away. Now head coach Heidi Jordan comes over to talk to the home plate umpire. But the call is going to stand. Now batting, number 2. And I think that Scott Jordan just got tossed. And I'm pretty sure he did. And here comes Heidi over to talk to her infield. Heidi's going to go over and tell Scott to take a pill and come up to the clubhouse. So Heidi Jordan now will be the third base coach. Now batting for Highland, number 2, the right fielder, Annie Rockley. Annie Rockley at the plate is 0 for 1 officially. She flied out to right and walked in 2 tries. So 2 down, runners at the corners for Highland here in the bottom of the 4th as they lead Neosho County 10-0. Pitch upstairs, taken for pitch upstairs in the zone, but for a strike. Of course, we got runners at first and second. Ground ball fouled on the first base line. They took Nordman from third and put her back on second. Ross was called out on the runner interference, and Weaver remains at first. Oh, well, basically you could call a fielder's choice. 0-2, 1-2 now to Rockley. Swing and a miss by Eddie, and that'll retire the side. Highland puts 1 on the board in the 4th. They leave 2 on the base pass. We go top of 5. It's Neosho 0, Highland 10. I'll be back in just a second. You're watching the Sky Sport Network. Sorry about that sound of the microphone, folks. I had a large frog trying to climb out of my body, and it made me sound like a panting old bull there for a while. Dusty Befford has been pulled from the contest. And coming into pitch will be Kennedy Barron. And I'll bring up Kennedy's numbers here real quick. Now pitching for Highland, 0-0, Kennedy Barron now. Kennedy Barron, a 5'3" freshman out of St. Joseph, Missouri, with an ERA of 4.18. She's got a perfect 3-0 record on the year. This is her 9th appearance inside the circle this season. 16 innings of work, 11 earned runs on 17 hits for Barron. 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. She's given up a homer and hit 3 batters. So Dusty Befford leads the circle with a 10-0 lead. And a 1-hitter. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Lady Panthers, number 3, the shortstop, Lily Ross. Lily Ross is 0 for Scott, officially. The walk does not count as an at-bat. She was the first walk given to a Neosho batter by Dusty Befford. Pitch foul back and out of play. Ross leads the team in walks with 13 now in the year. She's also their best base dealer with 24 out of 26 coming into the contest. Took that pitch down low. 1-1. Fly ball, shallow center. Katie Lackner will come in and squeeze it for the out. And there's one down. Katie Lackner, a defensive substitution for Lady Scotties. Now batting, number 30, the first baseman, Hannah Reed. Hannah Reed grounded out to the third baseman to end the Neosho second. Swings through a fastball from Kennedy Barron there. A rise ball up around the belt. Oh and 1 from Barron. Fly ball, right field. Rockley will come in. Makes the running catch in a one-handed play. And that'll be 2 down. Rockley, an outstanding right fielder. Taking over the spot vacated by graduating All-American Emily Klontz. Now batting number 24, left fielder Caitlin Hollequist. Caitlin Hollequist led off the third with a strikeout looking, and her only trip to the plate here in game number 1. Pitch taken for a strike. Hollequist, a sophomore out of Lacine, Kansas, batting .158 on the year. Line drive right out to the left-hand side, but foul. Looked like Nordman might have got a glove on it, but it was in foul territory. So the count will go 0-2 on the Lady Panther left fielder, Caitlin Hollequist. Reached out and flapped that one foul, trying to protect the plate. Kennedy Barron in relief of Dusty Befford, who threw a one-hit shutout through 4 innings. Struck out 6 and walked 1. And Barron does not like the softball she's got. We've had trouble with softballs lately, having the stitches break during ball games. So Dudley must have had a poor batch come out of the factory, because everybody's having that same problem as we are. Oh and 2 from Barron. Line drive, but foul. Hollequist turned on a pitch on the inside edge. So Neosho County down to their last strike here in the top of the 5th, and Highland with a 10-run lead. Short ball hit off of the 5th, didn't mean to swing, but she's still alive. Barron staying on the inside half of the plate here against Hollequist. 5'6" sophomore out of Lacine, Kansas. Hollequist batting number 8 spot. Reached out, struck her out, and that's your ball game. Final score of game number 1, Highland 10, Neosho County 0 in 5. We'll put 20 minutes on the game clock and be back. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Ladies and gentlemen, your defensive alignment for Highland in game number 2. In left field will be number 4, Kelsey McIntyre. In center field will be number 3, McKenna Davis. In right field will be number 16, Sam Hill. Around the infield at third will be number 6, Katie Ray Nordman. Your shortstop will be number 9, Kayla Ross. At second base, number 23, Morgan Balderas. At first base, number 25, Faith Kane. Your catcher is number 8, Lauren Crouch. And inside the circle for game number 2 for the Lady Scotties, number 18, Martina Lackner. Marty Lackner will be inside the circle for game number 2 here at Highland as Lady Scotties took game 1 by a final score of 10-0 in 5. Lackner is a 5'8" freshman out of Leonding, Austria. She's got an ERA of 3.14. She's got a 4-win, 4-loss, and 1 save record on the year. This is her team leading 20th appearance inside the circle this season. She's her 9th start of the year. She's thrown 49 innings of work, 22 earned runs on 41 hits, 19 walks, and 32 strikeouts. She's given up 2 homers on the season, thrown 4 wild pitches, and leads the team pitching staff with 5 hits batsmen. And we'll get Neosho County as they come to bat, as we have not received their roster at this time. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Oop, I got it now. Thank you, ma'am. Leading off the top of the first for the Lady Panthers of Neosho here in game number 2. The third baseman, number 4, Taylor Bolden. You'll need to clear your scoreboard. So Marty Lackner facing off against Taylor Bolden. Bolden, a 5'5" sophomore out of Glenpool, Oklahoma, batting .330. Lackner leads her off with a strike. Again, this is Marty's 20th appearance inside the circle. Fly ball out to the left. That's going to curve foul and get out of play down the third base bullpen. Neosho County now 3-12 in conference play, 7-12 on the year in region play. And they're 8-26 on the season. Lady Scotties remain atop the Jayhawk Conference Region 6 standings. With a 13-1 conference record, 17-1 region record, and their 30-7 overall mark, which gives them their 11th straight season with 30 wins or more. And Bolden was hit by Lackner. So the Lady Panthers have a runner on. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Taylor Pence. Taylor Pence, the 5'6" sophomore out of Hugo, Oklahoma, batting .266 in the number 2 spot. Puts down a bunt, it'll go foul. Bolden at first base, 17 out of 18 in stolen bases on the season. Spence leads the team in at-bats with 109 coming days action. She also leads the team in strikeouts with 20 before we started game number 1. Swung through that, took it for a strike, throw back to first base, and head first slide, almost got her, but she's in there safely. Lauren Crouch, an excellent arm behind the plate for Lady Scottie. Count now 0-2 on Pence. Ball misses outside. Nia Maxwell in the on-deck circle, batting number 3 spot for the Lady Panthers here in game number 2. Line drive caught by Nordman in foul territory. Throws back over to first. The runner back in time. Now batting number 21, the center fielder, Nia Maxwell. Nia Maxwell, 5'5" sophomore, Muskogee, Oklahoma, batting .283 in the number 3 spot. Couldn't pull the trigger on that one. Took it from the inside corner for a strike. Maxwell leads the team in RBIs with 21. She's got 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 homers on the season. Slugging percentage of .424. Way out in front of that changeup. Throw down to first base, not in time. The ball rolls out to Balderas at second. 0-2 the count to Nia Maxwell. Top of the first, 1 out, 1 on for Neosho County. No score on the board. Fly ball deep left. That'll curve foul and get out of play. Highland left fielder playing up close. Good thing that one was drifted foul. Or that would have been at least a double, possible triple for Maxwell. Here comes the 0-2 pitch again from Marty Lackner. Change up, throw down to second base. Nobody there. The ball goes out in center field. Kenna Davis out there in center. Strikeout at the plate. First strikeout of the ball game for Lackner. Now batting, number 15, Katie Jahay. Katie Jahay moving up a spot in the batting lineup here in game number 2. 5'3" freshman out of Girard, Kansas. Batting in the cleanup spot. Oh, and 2 to count. Here's the pitch by Marty. Foul ball right hand side, now to play. Ground ball to Kane at first base. She'll step on it and take it unassisted for the out. Lady Panthers leave 1 on the base pad, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of 1. We're scoreless here at Scottie Park. We'll be back in a second. You're watching the Scottie Park Network. Leading off the bottom of the first, Fort Lady Scotties, the second baseman, number 23, Morgan Balderas. Now pitching for Neosho County, number 12, Allison Copeland. Allison Copeland, a 5'4" freshman out of Newkirk, Oklahoma, ERA of 5.76 inside the circle. She pitched in the first contest. Balderas with a count now 1 ball and 1 strike. I'm sorry about that. It took me a little bit to get my batting lineup for Neosho put in. And I'll get back to that between innings. 1-1 for Balderas. Pitch outside. 2-1. Copeland with her 22nd appearance inside the circle. Her 18th start of the year. She's got 10 complete games and has thrown 1 shutout. Ground ball goes foul down the third base side. Copeland came into today's action with 96 innings of work, 79 earned runs on 138 hits, 37 walks on 28 strikeouts. She's given up 11 homers, 2 wild pitches, and hit 26 batters before today's action. 1-2, Balderas reaches it out, slapped it to the third baseman, over to first 10 time, and that'll retire the leadoff batter here in the Highlands bottom 1. 5-3 on the put out. Now batting, the center fielder, number 3, McKenna Davis. McKenna Davis, a first-team all-conference, first-team all-region player as a freshman. 5'5" sophomore out of Overland Park, Olathe, Kansas. Batting .474. In the number 2 spot here, getting one. Took that one high and tight. She was heading toward the pitcher. This is McKenna's 6th game played of the year. 19 at-bats, 5 runs on 9 hits, a double and 3 runs batted in. She's got a slugging percentage of .526. Walks through that one, takes it outside for ball 2. Ground ball, left-hand side, but foul. Davis broke a bone in her glove hand early in the year and has not played until just now, 6 games ago. But an excellent base runner and a good slapper. And I know Heidi and Scott Jordan are glad to have her back in the lineup. Got into that one, lifted it out to right center. Center fielder will come in and make the catch for the out. There's 2 down. Now batting the catcher, number 8, Lauren Crouch. Crouch, 5'5" sophomore out of Bellevue, Nebraska, batting .367 in the number 3 hole. Oh, and 1 to count to Crouch. Took that pitch for a strike. Lauren again leads the team in walks with 13. She also leads the team in doubles with 12. She's got 4 homers and 34 runs batted in on the season coming into today. That one down in the dirt, and count now goes 2-1 on the Highland number 3 batter, Lauren Crouch. Pitch misses low inside. Now it's 3-1. So Allison Copeland in danger of walking. Her first batter here in game number 2. Got a hitter's pitch coming to Kara Crouch. Down low, ball 4. Now batting number 25, the first baseman, Faith Kane. Faith Kane, 2nd team all-conference, 1st team all-region player, and an all-academic selection a year ago as a freshman. Sophomore out of Omaha, Nebraska, batting .341. Batting in number 4 hole here in this contest. So runner on first. They throw down the first bat. Crouch back in plenty of time, standing up. Lady Scottie took the first contest 10-0 in 5. They will head down to Labette, who lost game number 1 in Overland Park to Johnson County this afternoon by a score of 1-0. Highland goes to Labette on Friday, Coffeyville on Saturday, and then returns home a week from today to take on Fort Scott here at Scottie Park. And then the change out went way over the pitcher catcher's head. That'll be a wild pitch on Copeland. That is her third wild pitch given up this year. Lady Scottie will make up the rainout game against Kansas City, Kansas on the 21st at 2 o'clock. That will be sophomore day here at Scottie Park. Kane gets hit in the batter's box. And that is the first time that, I think, at the 8th time that Faith Kane's been plunked this year. Now batting number 6, the third baseman, Katie Ray Nordman. Katie Ray Nordman batting at number 5 hole, the sophomore out of Augusta, batting .378. Pitch misses outside, says the home plate umpire. Highland now with runners at first and second with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. After a 2-out walk and hit batsman. Nordman waited on that pitch. Off of the 5th, they'll go to first or third base for the easy out. That'll be a 5 unassisted for the putout. Highland leaves 2 on the base paths. They do not score. We go to top of 2. We're scoreless at Scottie Park. Leading off for Neosho County in the top of the second will be Bree Klein, followed by Lily Ross and Hannah Reed. You can have that if you want. You can have that if you want. Marty Lackner working her second inning of work. Marty threw 16 pitches in the first inning, 14 strikes and just 2 balls. Gave up no runs on no hits. Struck out 1 and hit 1. Leading off the top of the second, Fort Lady Panthers. The second baseman, number 7, Bree Klein. Bree Klein, a 5'6" freshman out of Humboldt, Kansas, batting .273 in the number 5 spot. Will lead us off here in the top of 2. First offering from Lackner is a strike. Klein with 66 at-bats, 11 runs on 18 hits. Takes that pitch for a strike on the inside corner. 0-2. 2 doubles, 13 runs batted in. A .303 slugging percentage, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. Coming into today. That pitch misses outside as Lackner tried to paint the corner but missed. Marty with 32 strikeouts. They got 33 strikeouts down the season after the strikeout of Maxwell in the first. Chased the pitch way outside, and there's 1 down. Now batting number 3, the shortstop, Lily Ross. Lily Ross, a 5'3" freshman out of Lawrence, Kansas, batting .279. Ground ball. Balderas will pick it up, gets it back to Kane, and they got him. Nice defensive work by the 2 sophomores, Morgan Balderas and Faith Kane. That actually went 3-4-3 on the put out. Now batting number 30, the first baseman, Hannah Reed. Hannah Reed, 5'10", freshman out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Batting 167. Takes the first offering from Marty Lackner for a strike. 25th game of the year coming into the day for Reed. 66 at bat, 2 runs on 11 hits. 1 double and 8 runs batted in. 5 walks, 13 Ks. Ground ball, the Nordman at third. She throws the cane for the out, and that'll retire the side. Lady Panthers go 3 up and 3 down in the second. We go bottom of 2. We're scoreless here at Scottie Park. Final score in game number 1 down at Kansas City, Kansas. It was Allen over KCK, 6-0 in 7. Labette is tied with Johnson County in game number 2, 3-3 in the top of the 6th. KCK game is now a final 6-0 in favor of Allen. Game number 2 out in Salina. It is Hutchinson leading Brown Mackey 3-0. That game in the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the second for the Lady Scotties, the pitcher, number 18, Marty Lackner. Marty Lackner, the 5'8" freshman from Leonding, Austria, will lead us off here in the top of 2. Marty batting .350 on the year. This is her 25th game at the plate. 20 at-bats, 7 runs on 7 hits. 2 doubles, 4 RBIs. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Oh, 0-2 to count to Lackner. And Scottie Baseball is playing a doubleheader over at Trenton this afternoon. Highland won the first contest 8-4. They're in the top of the first. Highland with 2 runners on and 1 out. That was scheduled for a 9-1 inning or a 1-9 inning contest, but they decided to play 2 and didn't tell anybody that I'm aware of. But the Scotties broke that big losing streak with the game number 1 victory. 2-2 now to Lackner from Allison Copeland. Swing and a miss, and Lackner goes down swinging. Now batting number 9 at the shortstop, Kayla Ross. Kayla Ross now at the plate. Kayla is a 5'6" freshman out of Tumble, Texas, batting .425. It's her 21st game of the year. 40 at-bats, 8 runs on 17 hits, 4 doubles, 2 homers, and 10 runs batted in. Pitch goes outside. The wind picking up down here at Scottie Park now. Those that did not bring a jacket now are wrapped in a few blankets. A if you're out in the bright sunshine, it's not all that bad. Wind blowing in from right center now. Change up, misses inside. Count goes to 2. Make that 3-2. Give me 3-0. Copeland with 1 walk already in the contest. That pitch taken for a strike at the knees. 3-1. Foul ball right-hand side, well out of play. And now the count is full. Hard hit ball to right center. Center fielder will corral it. Kayla will hold up at first with the first hit of the contest for Lady Scotties. Now batting number 16, the right fielder, Sam Hill. Sam Hill, a 5'5" freshman of Ray, Missouri, leads the team with a batting average of .489. Her 26th game of the season. 47 at-bats, 18 runs on 23 hits. 2 doubles, a triple, 10 runs batted in. Her on-base average of .537. She's got a slugging percentage of .574. 6 walks and 4 strikeouts. Ground ball. Third baseman will go to second for the 1. They go to first base, not in time. Fielder's choice, 5-4. And now there's 2 down. Now batting number 4, the left fielder, Kelsey McIntyre. Kelsey McIntyre batting in number 9 spot. 5'3" sophomore out of Independence, Missouri, batting .459 on the year. Walks through the first pitch for a strike. Kelsey's been to the plate 37 times, 23 runs on 17 hits, 2 walks, 2 RBIs, 10 walks, 6 strikeouts. Sam Hill at first base, 2 for 3 and stolen bases on the year. Count now 1-1. On the Highland, number 9 batter, the left fielder, Kelsey McIntyre. Runner on first with 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. No score on the board. Bunts through that. Throw down to second base. Hill is in there safely with the stolen base. Sam now 3 of 4 on the season. Count now goes to 1-2 on McIntyre. Allison Copeland inside the circle. She pitched in game number 1 in relief. This is her 18th start of the season, according to the stats off the national website. That pitch taken upstairs, says home plate umpire. Now the count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on second. We're in the bottom of 2. No score. Off of the 5th. Third baseman bobbles and she's not going to have a play. Highland running on the play. And that'll be an E5. Highland applying pressure with their speed. Now batting number 23, second baseman, Morgan Balderas. Morgan Balderas grounded out to third baseman to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Her only trip to the plate here in game number 2. Morgan again, the lead the team in about 6-7 categories. Throw down to second base. As Kelsey McIntyre goes in with the 12th base stolen her year. She's now 12 out of 13 unofficially. So Highland gets rid of that extra easy out at the middle. And it's now runners at second and third with 2 down. Balderas reaches out. Gets it to the second shortstop. Second shortstop bobbles it. And Highland's on the board with an E6. So back-to-back errors by the Lady Panthers. And Highland is up 1-0. and still has runners at the corners. Or runners at the corner. Now batting number 3, the center fielder, McKenna Davis. Highland again with just one hit in the contest. They've got 1 run on the board. Copeland has struck out 1, walked 1, hit 1, and had 2 errors behind her. One and 0 ball there. Or that's Davis slaps that one through the left side. Another run scores. So Highland with their second hit of the inning, the second hit of the ball game for Lake Scotties. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Lauren Crouch. So Highland putting runs on the board here with 2 outs in the inning. Lauren Crouch walked back in the first inning, her first trip to the plate. Lady Scotties with runners at first and second. Carried the bottom of the 2 with 2 runs on the board in the inning. Crouch waits on a changeup, lets it go down low. Balderas with good speed at second. Davis behind her at first. Crouch swung at that one hard, went off the 5th. It's going to curve foul and be out of play where no one can get to it. Balderas at second, 11 out of 12 in stolen bases. Davis 2 for 2. Hard hit ball, caught by the shortstop on a sagging line drive, and that'll retire the side. Lady Scotties leave 2 on the pads. They got 2 on the board. We go top of 3. Highland 2, Neosho 0. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Scottie baseball is up on North Central 1-0 in the bottom of the first in game number 2 over in Trenton. Marty Lackner will return to the circle, I believe. Throwing 22 pitches through 2 innings of work. 20 strikes and just 2 balls. Allowed no runs on no hits so far. She struck out 2, hit 1. Lackner is going to face Shepard, Jennings, and Bolden here in the top of 3. The 8, 9, and 1 batters in the Lady Panther lineup. Highland fans, don't forget that sophomore day is on April the 21st at 2 o'clock. That is a Thursday afternoon. Highland taking on Kansas City, Kansas in game 2 of the suspended doubleheader from earlier in the year. Leading off the top of the 3rd for Neosho County, the left fielder, number 5, Caitlin Shepard. Shepard puts down a bunt. Balderas just flat out drops it. That'll be an E4. And team captain Morgan is not happy about that one. Now batting number 10, the designated player, Candace Jennings. Lady Scotties came in with the second best fielding percentage in the Jayhawk Conference. with a 952, only 44 errors in 909 plays. And I do not recall him having an error in game number 1. Jennings, a 5'7" freshman, gets that ball out to Lackner. Marty comes in and makes the catch. Now there's one down. Now batting number 4, the third baseman, Taylor Bolden. Taylor Bolden led off the ball game by being hit by a pitch. And that was the third time she's been plunked this year. Throw down to first base and run her back in time. The 6th hit batsman by Marty Lackner, who leads the team in that category. So 1 out, runner on first. They put down a bunt, go through it, take it for a strike. The runner will go to second base on the wild pitch by Lackner. Lackner now with 5 pitches in the dirt this year. But the count now goes 0-2 on the top of the lineup in Taylor Bolden. Bolden leads the team in runs, hits, triples, homers, total bases, and both slugging and on-base percentage. Hard hit ball to the left. That's going to drop in there. Neosho will round third and come home. They'll throw the ball back to second base to hold the runner there. And Lady Panthers now on the scoreboard. First hit of the contest for Neosho County. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Taylor Pence. Taylor Pence leads the team in strikeouts and at bats at the plate. She lined out to the third baseman, Katie Ray Nordman, back in the first. Walks through the first pitch, takes it for a ball. Taylor Bolden at first, 17 out of 18 stolen bases coming into today's action. Pence takes the pitch high and outside, 2-0. Pence again out of Hugo, Oklahoma, batting .266, number 2 hole. Two-0 pitch from Marty Lackner. Ground ball up the gut. Over to second for 1. To first, not in time. Nice turn by the Lady Scottie. Kayla Ross at short. Morgan Balderas at second, but just could not get Taylor Pence at first. Fielder's choice on the play. 6-4. Now batting number 21, the center fielder, Nia Maxwell. Nia Maxwell went down swinging back in the first inning. First strikeout victim of Marty Lackner here this afternoon. Out is made at first, and that will retire the side. Lady Panthers leave 1 on the base pads. They get 1 on the board. We go to the bottom of 3. Highland 2, Neosho County 1. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Faith Kane, Katie Ray Nordman, and Marty Lackner do up for Lady Scotties here in the bottom of 3. The 3, or make it 4, 5, and 6 batters behind the lineup. Facing Allison Copeland. Correction, we have a... Let me get the right screen up in front of me. I've got about 6 ball games going on at one time here. Allison Copeland has thrown 45 total pitches in 2 innings of work. 25 strikes and 20 balls. She's given up 2 runs on 2 hits. She does have 2 errors behind her. She's walked 1, struck out 1. And she's also hit 1. Leading off the bottom of the 3rd for Highland, the first baseman, number 25, Faith Kane. Faith Kane was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. The 8th time she's been hit this season. Throw down to second base, and we're ready for softball. That ball came in from the outfield, went right between the home plate umpire's legs while he was sweeping off the plate. Highland now 13-1 in conference, 17-1 in the region, 30-7 on the year. The 11th straight year Highland's had a 30-game win season or more. Lady Scotties atop the Jayhawk and Region 6 standings as they strive for their second consecutive Jayhawk Conference East Division Championship. But I can imagine that the folks down at Labette and Coffeyville will have something to say about this weekend. First pitch to Kane is outside for ball one. Faith, second team all conference, first team all region. As they waited on that one, took it off the end of the bat. Shortstop has it over to first for the out. There's now one down. Now batting number 6, third baseman, Katie Ray Nordman. Katie Ray now at the plate, sophomore out of Augusta. She reached on a fielder's choice. Third baseman went unassisted to the bag. Fly ball left. That's got some distance in the corner, but it is a foul ball. Nordman flirting with her 9th homer of the year. When I got the Highland updated stats yesterday, the only thing I could think of with talking about their average was phenomenal. As they're really getting hot at the right time of the season. Pitch taken down low, 1-1. Again, Lady Scottie defeated Cali yesterday, 12-0 in game 1. Came back with a 22-8 victory in 5 innings in game number 2. 22 runs, the most runs Highland has ever scored against the Cali Tigers. Most runs they've ever scored, to my count, the stats I can find, is 25 against Brown Mackey. Nordman waits on that and strokes it out to center. Nice job of hitting by Katie Ray Nordman. Highland now with their 3rd hit in the contest. Now batting number 18, the pitcher, Marty Lackner. Marty went down swinging to lead off the second. Her only trip to the plate. So Nordman at first with one down here in the bottom of 3. Highland hang on to a 2-1 lead. Put down the butt. Short or catcher will handle it. Throw to first base with the second baseman covering. And the sacrifice in order. 2-4. Now batting number 9, the shortstop, Kayla Ross. Kayla singled to right center last time up, so she's 1 for 1. Kayla Ross, the twin sister of Kiera. Ground ball right back to the pitcher off her glove. Second baseman will have to handle it. And in time, they get the out. And that'll retire the side. Highland leads 1 on a base pass. They do not score here in the bottom of 3. Top of 4, Lady Scotties 2, Lady Panthers 1. We'll be back in just a second. You're watching the Sky Sports Network. Update around the region and the conference. In the top of the 8, Labette and Johnson are tied at 3-all in game number 2. Scottie Baseball is tied with North Central over in Trenton, 1-1 in the top of the 2nd in game number 2. Cali leads Cloud County in game number 2, 4-1 in the bottom of 3. Allen leads Kansas City, Kansas 4-0 in the top of 2 in game number 2. And out in Salina, Brown Mackey trails Hutchinson 8-0 in the top of the 2nd. Be sure to check the JL Conference website, my Twitter and Facebook feed tonight for updated standings around Region 6. Leading off the top of the 4th for Lady Panthers, number 15, Katie Jehay. Katie Jehay will lead us off here in the top of 4. She grounded out to the first baseman unassisted to end the Lady Panther first. A throw over to first base for the out, and there's one down. Now batting number 7, the second baseman, Bree Klein. Bree Klein led off the second inning with a strikeout swinging. Pitch goes foul. Klein with 9 strikeouts on the season coming into today, or make that 8 strikeouts coming into the season today. 66 at-bats, 11 runs on 18 hits. 2 doubles, 13 runs batted in, batting in number 5 spot. Waits on that pitch, lets it go past for a strike. Marty Lackner ahead on the count, 0-2. Lackner with 2 strikeouts in the ball game, 1 hit batsman. She's yet to walk a batter. Ground ball. Ross has it as short. To Kane at first, and now there's 2 down. Nice job by Kayla over to Faith for the out. Now batting number 3, the shortstop, Lily Rose. Lily Rose grounded out to the first baseman. Back in the second inning. Ball misses inside. Lackner has thrown 3 batters over the minimum through 3 2/3. Change up upstairs. 2-0. Ball games may be iffy next week, according to the Weather Channel. They're expecting almost 2 inches of rain across the entire state of Kansas. Of course, next week I'm sure we'll have everything tarped between ball games and practices here at Scottie Park. 2-1. Strike on you down at the knee, says the home plate umpire. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. 2 down. Make that 2 outs. Nobody on. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count of the batter. That pitch misses outside. Nice framing job by Crouch, but the umpire said no. 3-2 now. Count goes full. On Lily Ross, the 5'3" freshman out of Lawrence. Off of the 5th, Balderas will have it at second. Over to Kane at first, and that retires the side. 3 up and 3 down. Go the Lady Panthers for the second time in the contest. We go to the bottom of 4. Highland 2, Neosho County 1. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Want to give a congratulations to Dominic Springer for winning the Jayhawk Conference Pitcher of the Week. Announced earlier this afternoon, I got an email from Rama Peru down in Cali. He's the one who submits those over, or compiles them, shall I say, and then brings them up to the conference website. Jayhawk Conference website, kjccc.org. One of the best, if not the best, community college conference websites in the nation. Check it out for updated scores, stats, rosters, and everything else associated with community college athletics in the state of Kansas. Allison Copeland has thrown 53 pitches through 3 innings of work, 31 strikes and 22 balls. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for Highland, the right fielder, number 16, Sam Hill. Sam Hill reached on a 5-4 fielder's choice last time at the plate. Sam again batting 8, or make it 489. And the only problem with that is she's only been to the plate 70 or 47 times in 25 games, and that does yet to qualify her for being placed in the national rankings. And to get at least into the Highlands record book, you've got to have at least 80 at-bats in a season. 0-2 to Hill as Copeland inside the circle. Outside. Pitch outside, and everything now 2-2. Two and two to count on the leadoff batter for the Lady Scotties, Sam Hill here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike down the middle of the plate and got her looking. That is the second strikeout of the contest for Allison Copeland. Now batting number 4, the left fielder, Kelsey McIntyre. Kelsey McIntyre will lead us, or now come to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th. Number 9 batter reached on an error by the third baseman last time at the plate, back in the 2nd. Kelsey normally doesn't bat. She's playing out in the outfield on a regular basis. Has only been to the plate 37 times this year. There's a bunt down. There's going to be trouble at first, and they're not going to make a play. Infield single by Kelsey McIntyre. Lady Scotties now with 4 hits in the contest. Now batting number 23, the second baseman, Morgan Balderas. Balderas grounded out to third and reached on there by the shortstop. She's due for a big base hit here. Morgan with 111 at-bats, 49 runs on 49 hits, 5 triples, 11 homers, 42 runs batted in, 102 total bases. That leads the Lady Scotties in those categories. Pitch inside. Balderas has been hit once or twice, was hit twice in game number 1. Balderas just 3 home runs away from tying Kaylee Piles' career mark of 35. Bunt down. Catcher will have to make the play to throw to first in time for the out. Runner tries to go to third on the play. Ball gets away. Now we've got the runner in a pickle between second and third. So Highland runs themselves out of the inning on the wild play at third. So a double play for the Panthers. We go to top of 5, Highland 2, Neosho 1. We'll be back in a second. You're watching the Skyport Network. Hannah Reed, Caitlin Shepard, and Candace Jennings due up for Lady Panthers here in the top of 5. The 7, 8, and 9 batters in their lineup facing Marty Lackner, who returns to the circle. Marty's given up 1 run on 1 hit to my count. She struck out 2 and hit 1, has not walked a batter. And if the stats will update, she's thrown 42 total pitches through 4 innings of work, 35 strikes, and just 7 balls. Marty with a record of 4-4-1 on the year. Leading off the top of the 5th for the Lady Panthers, the first baseman, number 30, Hannah Reed. Nice little crowd down here at the ballpark this afternoon. A little chilly in the shadows as the shade from the grain bins off west has reached the infield right along the first base side. If you're out in the sunshine, it's not all that bad. The wind's still coming in from the center field, right center area at about 12 to 14 miles an hour. But it has not been a factor in the ball game. Reed swings through that one. She's down a count 0-2 to Lackner. Marty again, her 20th appearance inside the circle, which leads the ball club. Her 9th start of the season. Foul ball, right-hand side, and out of play. I'm up here in the George and Betty Karn clubhouse looking through the patio door out through the deck. Ball gets away from Lackner and bounces through the zone to the ball for ball 1, strike 2. Off the top of the bat, it's going to go into the screen. So Reed with life at the plate, 1-2 the count. Hannah Reed, the 5'10" freshman out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, batting $167. It ended the Neosho second inning with a ground out to third. Here's the 1-2 from Lackner. Strike 3, struck her out. Third strikeout for Marty Lackner in the contest. Now batting, number 5, the left fielder, Caitlin Shepard. Caitlin Shepard reached on an error by Morgan Balderas to lead off the third inning. And the Lady Panthers came around and put a run on the board. So that'll go down as an unearned run for Katie Lackner. Huh? Oh, Marty Lackner, you mean? I said Katie, my mistake. We've got 2 Lackners, Marty and a Katie, but it's Marty inside the circle. Katie plays the outfield. Pitch misses outside. Oh, man, caught the corner, says the home plate umpire. 0-2 now the count. So Lackner ahead on another batter. Couldn't pull the trigger, let it go past for ball 1. One-two count from Katie Lackner. Second ball game of the afternoon. Lady Scottie took the first one 10-0 in 5. Fell off the end of the bat. So Shepard remains to play. Shepard, a 5'5" sophomore out of Cairo, Kansas, and I can tell you I have no idea where that's at. Batting .235 in 9 ball games, 17 at bats, and 1 run on 4 hits, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Ball up the gut. That's going to get through. So on a 1-2 count, the single to the center. And the tying run on the base pass for the Lady Panthers. Now batting number 10, the designated player, Candace Jennings. If any of you watching our broadcast know where Cairo, Kansas is, type it in on the right-hand side of your screen over in the chat log for me, please. Montgomery County, I'm now told. That's down around Coffeyville area, I believe. Yeah. 220 people. Ivan Baida filling me in with the geography lesson. Ivan, a man of many talents. He's also putting the graphics up on your screen. Popped her up. The wind will bring it back over here to the clubhouse and get up on the deck. Athletic director Greg Delzite proved why he was a defensive lineman and not a tight end, and he couldn't catch the ball. Pitch outside. 1-2. Runner on first. Caitlin Shepard with a single to center after a strikeout swing by Hannah Reed. We're in the top of 5, and Neosho trailing Highland by 1. That one misses outside. So now the Lady Panthers getting selective with their swings. 2-2 to count. Shepard 1 for 1 in stolen bases at first base. Lackner delivers. Strike 3, got her looking. So a big strikeout by Marty Lackner, her 4th of the contest. Now batting number 4, third baseman, Taylor Bolden. Taylor Bolden now at the plate is 1 for 1. She had a single to left in the third and was hit by a pitch to top of the first. Sends that one a mile high, but foul to the left side. Bolden, the sophomore out of Glenpool, Oklahoma. And we've got 30 computers hooked up one time. Again, thank you very much, Par Dog 1. 5 miles west of Coffeyville, he says. Small foul back. Count goes to 0-2, and the runner will return to first. Change up to Ross. It's short. Over to Kane for the out. And that'll retire the side. Neosho leaves runner on. They get no runs on the board. We go to the bottom of 5. Highland 2, Neosho County 1. You're watching the Scottie Sports Network. Final of game number 2 against Johnson County and Labette. Johnson County sweeps Labette this afternoon by the course of 1-0 in game 1. They won game 2 4-3 in 8. Scottie baseball tied at 1-all on the top of the third over in Trenton this time in game number 2 of their doubleheader. Cowley leads Cloud County 6-1 in the bottom of the 4th. It's Allen leading Kansas City, Kansas 5-0 in the bottom of 3. And in the top of the 3rd, Hutchinson all over Brown Mackey 13-1. Those are game 2 scores. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for Highland, number 3, McKenna Davis. McKenna Davis, 1 for 2. Flied out to center in the first and singled to left in the second. Again, McKenna coming back from that broken bone in her hand. She suffered that about a good month or so, month and a half ago. Just returning to action. This is her 7th ball game of the year. And she's batting .474 like she'd never been injured. Davis a slapper, but does have power to the left-hand side of the diamond. As the left fielder for Neosho is playing middle deep. Davis, third baseman, has it. Over to first. And in time gets the out. Now batting number 8, the catcher, Lauren Crouch. Crouch coming off of that big weekend versus Independence and Cali. Has 0 for 1 in the contest here. She lined out to short to end the second and then walked in the first. First walk given up by Allison Copeland. One and 0 to Crouch. Strike down the heart of the plate, says the gentleman in the navy blue pullover, and the count now goes 1-1. Crouch, a 5'5" sophomore out of Bellevue, Nebraska, batting .367 in the number 3 spot. Lauren has caught just about every ball game so far this year for the Lady Scotties, and I'm just wondering how far she can go. Normally Highland has about 3 catchers in their stable, but so far I know that Whitney Rothwell and Katie Ray Norman have caught maybe a game or 1 or 2. But for the majority, it's been Lauren Crouch behind the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes, says the home plate umpire. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of 5. Highland up by 1, 2-1. Pitch upstairs and outside. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Lauren Crouch. And that hit her. Crouch, the second hitter to be plunked here in this contest. One of about 4 or 5 we've had throughout the afternoon. Now batting number 25, first baseman, Faith Kane. According to the stats that I read this morning off in Neosho County, I knew they were going to try to pitch inside to keep Highland's power away from them. They were almost the leader to the JL Conference in Region 6 and hit batsman. First pitch inside. Nope, that's a strike at the letter, says home plate umpire. Kane kind of buckled her knees and pulled back. I thought it might have been inside. Faith Kane been hit by a pitch in the first inning and then grounded out to short to lead off the third. Waits on that one, but janks it well foul. And that one had meatball written all over it. Oh, and 2 to Kane. Low and away. Back to first is Crouch. McKenna Davis led the inning off with a ground out to third, and then Lauren Crouch at first was hit by a pitch. Copeland inside the circle is hit 2 now. Struck out 2. And walked 1. Now the count evens out at 2-2. Going to second base on the play was Lauren Crouch. Crouch was 7 bases out of 7 tries coming into this contest. Off of the 5th, that's going to be deep but foul. And right now, Faith swinging for the fences. Lady Panthers not giving up here in game number 2. They've hung on to that 1-run deficit for a couple innings. Down low, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on second for Highland. And Faith Kane with home run power at the plate. Faith with 7 round trippers coming into this afternoon. Lets it go low, ball 4. Again, the first look at the second walk given up by Allison Copeland. Now batting number 6, third baseman, Katie Ray Nordman. Katie Ray Nordman reached on a fielder's choice, but into the Highland first, then singled to center, and was left on the base path. That ball drops in there. Now the bases are loaded. Single to left for Nordman. Highland now with 5 hits to my count in the game. Now batting number 18, Marty Lackner. Marty struck out swinging and sacrificed in 2 trips, and now we're going to have a conversation. Highland, very aggressive on the base pass. We may have a possible suicide squeeze here, but the base is loaded and just 1 out in the bottom of 5. Heidi Jordan now at third base, coaching. Now Kim Alexander goes out to talk to her infield. So the wheels are turning here between these 2 coaches. Highland broke up their little confab, and home plate umpire is going to wander out and see if he can break up the one with Neosho. So Marty Lackner at the plate. And the base is loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of 5. And Highland with just a 1-run lead, 2-1. Strike on the inside corner, says the home plate umpire. Lackner batting .350 in the number 6 spot. Puts a grounder back to the pitcher. They go home for 1 to first in time, and they get the double play. 1, 2, 3, double play, gets them out of the inning. Then Highland does not score. We go top of 6. Highland 2, Neosho 1. We'll be back in a second. You're watching the Sky Sports Network. Cali now leads Cloud County 8-1 in the top of 5 in game 2 out in Concordia. Top of the 4th, 5-3. Allen over KCK in game number 2. Still 13-1 in the bottom of 3 out at Salina as Hutchinson leads Brown Mackey. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Facebook tonight. I'll have the updated conference and region standings posted on the Jayhawk Conference, or are there. I'll also make sure everything's up to date on the Jayhawk Conference website tonight when I get to the house. Leading off the top of the 6th for the Lady Panthers, the number 2 batter in the lineup, the catcher, number 8, Taylor Pence. Marty Lackner working her 6th inning of work. Marty's thrown 61 pitches total, 50 strikes and just 11 balls. Giving up 1 run on 2 hits to my count. She has struck out 4. Foul ball, left-hand side, giving chase. Katie Ray Nordman makes the catch right in front of the third base dugout. Nice job by Katie Ray to know the field and knew how much foul territory she had to make the play. Now batting number 21, the center fielder, Nia Maxwell. Highland practices that play every day in practice. Pop-ups next to the dugout. They reach over, touch the net with their hand to know where they're at, so they know where the ball is at, whether they can make a play on it or not. Lady Scottie's again one of the top teams, the number 2 fielding team in the Jayhawk Conference in Region 6. Ground ball. Nordman has it at third. Kane got her. Nice stretch by Kane as Nordman's throw went wide left. Now batting number 15, the right fielder, Katie J. Hay. Katie J. Hay 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Once to the first baseman to end the first. Then grounded out to the catcher to start the fourth. Nice to have a first baseman that's 6'2". Ground ball chopper. Nordman will have to take it in fair territory over to Kane. Again, another nice stretch by the sophomore out of Omaha. And down go the Lady Panthers in order for the third time in this contest. 3 up and 3 down. We go to bottom of 6. Highland 2, Neosho 1. You're watching the Sky Sports Network. Kayla Ross, Sam Hill, and Kelsey McIntyre do up for Lady Scotties in the bottom of 6. The 7, 8, and 9 batters in the Highland lineup. Facing Allison Copeland. Copeland has thrown 81 total pitches through 5 innings of work, 45 strikes and 36 balls. Giving up 2 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors behind her, according to the stats coming out of the Highland dugout. Again, Johnson County sweeps Labette this afternoon. That'll shake up the number 2 and 3 spots in the region standings. Highland with 9 games to play in region after this contest. Neosho County has 8 games yet to play in region play. Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Highland, the shortstop, number 9, Kayla Ross. Kayla Ross, 1 for 2, single to right center, back in the second, and then grounded out to short to end the Highland third. Lady Scotties have not gone in order. Look, they have. They've gone in order in the 4th inning. As Allison Copeland has done a really good job against this powerful Highland lineup. She's given up 2 runs on 5 hits. She's hit 2, walked 2, struck out 2. Count goes 1-1 on Kayla Ross, the Highland shortstop, the freshman out of Tomball, Texas, batting .425. Fly ball, right field. Right fielder retreats back, but will curl under it and make the catch for the out. There's one down. Sam Hill now will bat. Now batting for Highland, number 16, the right fielder. Correction, now batting, number 2. Is Annie Rockley, I believe. Annie Rockley now will pinch hit for McKenna Davis. Annie Rockley, the 5'5" sophomore out of Raytown, Missouri. Seeing her first action in game number 2. As she will now bat for Sam Hill. Sam was 0 for 1 officially, a fielder's choice to the strikeout looking. Count now goes to 2-1 on Annie Rockley. One out, bottom of the sixth, nobody on. Ground ball hard off the first baseman's glove. That'll go out into right field in foul territory. That was a catchable ball. So it'll go down as an E3. And Highland with the runner on here with one out in the bottom of the sixth. Now batting number 4, the left fielder, Kelsey McIntyre. Rockley reached on an error by the third baseman back in the second inning and had an infield single. Ground ball to short. They go to second for the 1 and get the fielder's choice. Now batting number 23, the second baseman, Morgan Balderas. Balderas, the captain of the team, is 0 for 2 officially. Reached on an error by the shortstop, sandwiched between 2 groundouts. Fly ball out to left center. Catch is made, and that'll retire the side. Lady Scottie strand 1 on the base pad. They do not score. We go to the top of 7. Highland 2, Neosho County 1. You're watching this Scottie Sports Network. Lady Panthers are scheduled to send Bree Klein, Lily Ross, and Hannah Reed to the plate here in the top of 7. The 5, 6, and 7 batters in their lineup. To face that's Dusty Beffert, who's now in the ball game. Dusty, the winner of game number 1, will take over for Marty Lackner. Beffert picking up her 5th victory of the year in game number 1. This is her 17th appearance inside the circle. And I don't see anybody offhand that came in defensively for a change other than Beffert. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Lady Panthers, the second baseman, number 7, Bree Klein. Bree Klein, 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging to lead off the second, and a ground out to short in the 4th. Takes the first offering from Dusty Beffert down the heart of the plate for a strike. Dusty again. A 5'10" right-handed freshman out of Garden City, Kansas with an ERA of 2.22. Was the winning pitcher in game number 1 at Highland, won 10-0 in 5. And there's some smoke, and that one's now ahead on the count, 0-2. Marty Lackner with 6 innings of work, striking out 4, giving up 1 run on 2 hits unofficially. She hit 1 and did not walk about it. That ball hit foul down the first base side. And Marty just threw 2 batters, make that 4 batters over the minimum through 6 innings of work. Off of the 5th, right there's the catch by the shortstop. Ross with the plate. Kayla making the grab. There's 1 down. Now batting number 3, the shortstop, Lily Ross. Lily Ross now at the plate, 0 for 2. Grounded out to first, grounded out to second in 2 tries. Take the first offering from Beffert for a strike. Dusty right now throwing some heat. Came into the day with 37 strikeouts and it's just 16 walks. Swung through that one. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. Buffett not messing around. She's just bringing some smoke home. That pitch misses outside. Tried to get Hannah Reed to bite, or correction, number 3 to bite. Lily Ross to bite at it. She wouldn't go. Ross batting .279. Fouls that one right hand side. That'll get out of play. Ross, a 5'3" freshman out of Lawrence, Kansas. Again, she's the biggest threat is once she gets on the base pass. 24 out of 26 coming into the day. She leads the team in walks with 12. Neosho needs a base runner as you have the tying run at the plate. Line drive right at Faith Kane. 2 down. Now batting number 30, the first baseman, Hannah Reed. Kane caught that laser beam coming down the line for the second out. Then Hannah Reed, who's 0 for 2, a ground out to third to end the second, and a strikeout swinging to end the 5th. She was the third strikeout victim of Marty Lackner earlier in the contest. Lackner again left the ball game after throwing 6 straight innings, striking out 4. Pitch taken for a strike. Count now goes 1-1. Hannah Reed, the freshman out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, batting .167 at the plate. 2 down in the inning. She's down to her last at-bat, ground ball to Balderas over to first, and that's your ball game. Final score of game number 2, it's Highland 2, Neosho County 1. Highland take the sweep over Lady Panthers. That's your ball game. Final score in game number 2, Highland 2, Neosho County 1. Lady Scottie took game number 1 by the final score of 10-0 in 5. Highland fans, don't forget Lady Scottie traveled to Labette on Friday, then Coffeyville on Saturday. They return home a week from today to take Fort Scott on here at Scottie Park. Starting time at 2 o'clock. Well, thank you all for coming. We hope you enjoyed yourself. Please have a safe trip on your way home. So Highland gets the sweep. They're now 31-7 on the year. Lady Panthers dropped to 8-27 on the season. Highland stays atop the Region 6 standings with a 18-1 record. So we'll be back with Scottie baseball Thursday afternoon from the community ballpark uptown. 1 o'clock start as they take on the Johnson County Cavaliers. So for Ivan Baida, Russ Karn saying good night, everybody.